Welcome back to another episode of Diabetes 180 with Louis Burtis, your physician assistant and diabetes reversal health coach. Today we're talking about a very common problem here in America, the burning sensation in your heart. And we're not talking about for a loved one. We're talking about when it comes to eating food and having acid reflux. Acid reflux, GERD, is probably one of the most common things I treat in my medical practice. Unfortunately, it is something that too many people suffer from. And there's a lot of reasons why you need to know how to not only alleviate the symptoms of acid reflux, but to treat and cure it. And we're going to give you 3 things today in this video, not just how to alleviate those symptoms, but how to get rid of them altogether. 3 tips, okay? So watch to the end, especially if you're the person who is suffering from acid reflux. It is a painful condition. You know, that discomfort and that pain that you feel after eating, the regurgitation of the food you ate and that sour taste in your mouth. If that's not enough, acid reflux also puts you at a higher risk for esophageal cancer. You see, acid reflux is caused by the relaxing of a valve called the sphincter from your esophagus to your stomach that allows acid to reflux, right, into the esophageal lining. And this causes cellular damage and changes that lead to cancer. So you want to take it serious. You know, if you have acid reflux, if you suffer from GERD, you are at a high risk of cancer. Never mind the discomfort and the symptoms that are obviously debilitating in themselves. You want to get rid of this thing. All right. So what do we do? What can I do to get rid of acid reflux so I could sleep better at night? Okay. Well, the first thing that you should know is probably how to alleviate symptoms fast without having to rely on medications, because there are a lot of medications for acid reflux. The most common, or I should say the most effective one, is the PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, for example, Prilosec. But unfortunately, though these medications work very well, they also have a lot of risk factors. Read them at the back of the box, okay? They put you at high risk of a lot of different things that you want to avoid. So it's always better to find natural ways to alleviate your symptoms, okay? So one quick remedy is aloe vera juice. So aloe vera, the juice from aloe vera actually can help reduce some of that inflammation in that area and also help alleviate some of that pain and discomfort and relaxing the sphincter so that you have less acid reflux. So that's one quick remedy. Another quick remedy, one that you may not like so much, is licorice. Licorice and ginger can also be effective at alleviating the symptoms of acid reflux fast. So if you have a liking for ginger, licorice, I'm not so much a fan of, then that might be something you can use during the acute attacks of acid reflux. Bananas is another one that you can use to alleviate the symptoms of acid reflux, as bananas can reduce some of that acid buildup. Okay, so those are things you can do to alleviate some of the symptoms quicker and hopefully avoid having to rely on medications. Now, let's say you've had acid reflux for years and you've been using proton pump inhibitors, you've been using Prilosec medications to control it, but you want to come off it, you want to stop having it altogether. Then let's talk about what you can do to get rid of acid reflux for good. Is weight loss. And the reason why people who are overweight or obese are more likely to have acid reflux is because of pressure that the weight puts on your stomach. The abdominal region has a lot more pressure when you have more weight there, right? Should make sense. That pressure can then back up to the sphincter and cause it to open up more than it naturally would, causing the reflux to happen. So weight loss can be a cure. The other thing that you can do, let's say you're a normal weight, you're not overweight, and you're suffering from acid reflux, is simple. By eliminating, or I should say limiting, sources of fat in your diet. So you already know the trigger foods already, like spicy foods, fatty, greasy foods often cause that discomfort. But studies have shown that it is the dietary fat that causes that sphincter to open up and the acid to reflux into the esophageal lining. So by reducing your intake of fats in your diet, you can allow that sphincter to close back up. For example, they did a study where they compared a fatty meal at McDonald's, sausage, egg, and biscuit, and they basically tested how quick it would take for that sphincter to open up. Within minutes of a high-fat meal, the sphincter opens up and the acid refluxes into the esophageal lining. Comparing that to a lower fat breakfast meal, I can't remember the exact meal they compared it to in McDonald's, there wasn't that opening up in that reflux of acid. So sticking to lower fat meals can treat your acid reflux for good. That's why we promote a low fat, whole food, plant-based diet on this channel, because not only are you reversing diabetes, but you're reversing some of the most debilitating, annoying conditions that many people suffer from, including acid reflux. Okay, so those are the three things you can do. You know, you have your quick remedies like aloe vera juice, bananas, licorice, ginger. You have your permanent fixes like weight loss, and you have what's highly recommended, eliminating animal-based foods, because those are the foods that are highest in fat. And I promise you do that, you could find relief for your acid reflux fast. Okay, so what else do you guys want to know about when it comes to chronic conditions that are really bothering you, and how nutrition can support you? Let us know in the comment section. All right, and as always, beloved, I pray above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. See you next week.